It touches my heart because I really feel like I'm communicating with these ancient people. And even though I don't really know what they meant when they carved it, that's part of the mystery of it. I have been into art since I was probably 9 or 10 years old. And, through the years I won lots of prizes, when I was a kid, that kind of thing. And then as I got older, I started just drawing and painting, and about 6 or 7 years ago, I went full-time. It's just so much nicer to go full-time instead of looking for an hour here or an hour there. I've been hiking out west for the past 30 years, and when I go, I hunt for the rock art that's on the canyon walls, which are pictographs and petroglyphs. Petroglyphs are carved images that were done, between 11,000 years ago up to the present day. And pictographs are painted. They're painted images on the canyon walls. And so I've hiked everywhere from the Grand Canyon all the way through all the states, all the way up to central Montana. And as you look at the art, it changes. I mean, these people were real artists, and the art changes by the time period, the culture, the geographical area, the environment. So all the styles have changed. And in my art, I use a lot of the different styles that I've seen through the past 30 years. And I use them as inspiration. And what I'm trying to do, and nobody can really interpret what they really mean. So I'm guessing that through the thousands of years that the people did this art on the canyon walls, that the meanings have changed depending on the culture. And so what I'm doing is bringing those images forward into the present and hoping that they go into the future with my art. So I have thousands and thousands of photographs, probably 100,000 photographs. A few of the pictures that I've painted that are inspired by the photograph but don't look really like the photograph. I don't want to do anything that is still sacred to some of the Native Americans that are still using these images, and so I change them a lot just in my own style. For the past 5 years, this Hopi woman and I have been traveling together. She is an elder in the Hopi tribe, and so I go up to northern Arizona and meet her at the reservation, and we travel up into Utah or down to Texas or down to New Mexico. And a lot of the images that we see, she knows what they are sometimes, because the Hopi tribe is a very old tribe. It goes back thousands of years. And so sometimes I'll say, well, can you tell me about that one? And she'll say, nope, sorry, can't tell you about that one, or sometimes if she can, she'll say a few things to me for me, but a lot of times she'll say, I can't really talk about it. So I have these thousands of photographs, and I have this friend that said to me, Dorothy, why are you still going out there and, tent camping and hiking and, climbing mountains and going down into canyons? Why are you still doing all this when you've got all these photographs? And I said, well, it's not only the photographs, it's the site, it's the place. It's not even like looking at ruins. It's not ruins, they're ancestral homes. They're ancestral sites for the Hopi people and for a lot of the other Native Americans. And so some of these sites are really sacred. And when I go there, for me, it's like a sacred journey. It's not just looking and taking a photograph and bringing it back and drawing something. It's the whole experience of being there, especially with my Hopi friend, because she has such a deep respect for these ancestral homes. Sometimes we will just sit and look at a panel for an hour. She'll pray in the Hopi language before we enter a site, just because she wants to thank the ancestors for these pictures and to let them know that we're there to respect and honor them. And so I don't really feel like, it's like time travel. I don't really feel like I'm visiting some old thing, It's like a sacred time travel when we go together. I'm not just putting paint on paper, I'm reliving these experiences that I've had And for me, it's an experience that it's just really hard to explain. It runs through me and it comes out onto the paper.